Good afternoon. I'm Mark Ibanez. Our top story this afternoon.
Slices a vicious line drive down the third baseline, and just out of instinct, I reached over. Smoother for the Raiders, but not only did they go winless.
Mark Ibanez has been reporting on the Bay Area sports world for over 40 years. He's one of the most passionate sportscasters on TV, and it's a passion he's been building from a young age, but something he wasn't born with.
I didn't grow up in a sports-oriented family at all. I had zero interest in it growing up until I hit about 10 years old, and I had a paper route where they said if you sell a certain amount of subscriptions for the newspaper, we're going to load all you paper boys up and take you to a Giants game on a Friday night. For me, it was like getting hit by a thunderbolt. And I'm telling you, Quinn, it was like day and night. I just fell in love with it overnight.
So how do we get here? A 40-year career in sportscasting at the same station. If you're curious, KTVU Channel 2. Mark's first airtime was at a station at the University of Idaho, then a local station in the state, before moving back to California where things got a little bit tougher.
No one would give me a job because I didn't have experience, right? That's the old catch-22. How do you get experience if you don't have a job? How do you get a job if you don't have experience? So nobody had anything for me. They wouldn't even look at my tape.
After shopping his tape around, Mark caught a break from the director at NBC San Jose, who offered to look at his tape to, quote, see if you have any potential. Well, he did, and he was told about a job in Salinas. Mark then asked him to call the Salinas director.
Gets on the phone with the guy, and he goes, you hired someone, huh? And I leaned across the desk. I don't even to this day know what made me do it. And I said, ask him where they hired the guy from. Because I figured if he got hired, he had to be leaving another job. So literally, I don't know how much you watch TV in the Bay Area, but it was Joe Fonzie, who now works at Channel 2. He got the job in Salinas full time, but he left a 2-day-a-week job in Sacramento.
And we're back to KTVU2, where the news director saw Mark in Sacramento and made a phone call. The next day, the two met over breakfast, and Mark was on the move to Channel 2. 40 years later, and he's still charming the viewers with local sports and news. Mark is no longer the sole Ibanez at KTVU2 because his daughter Rachel is now a producer on the 10 o'clock news. But as he'll tell you,
I didn't have anything to do as far as I take no credit for it because she had a love for broadcasting and communication, from the beginning. It's not something I pushed her into or couldn't be more proud of her.
With no plans of slowing down, Mark continues to share his passion for Bay Area sports. But when he does have a break, he's going to be a rock star.
I'm planning on taking it up again, but I sing in a little band and I'm really rusty on the drums.
Reporting out of Atlanta, Georgia, I'm Quinn Hughes for your Urban Nights Update.